Well, hey, Connections Church, this is your 3-minute message. This weekend, we jumped into the New Testament letter of 1 Peter. 1 Peter is a general letter. It's written to multiple churches in Asia Minor, most likely written to both Jewish believers and Gentile believers. And one of the themes of 1 Peter is that Christians are supposed to be different within the non-religious cultures in which they live. And this theme makes 1 Peter incredibly relevant to us in our day. The passage that we looked at is 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 13 through 25. And the big idea was this: Christians are to become like Christ. Christians are to become like Christ. And in the message, we answered this big question, which is, what does Peter teach about becoming like Christ? The first thing that we see is that Christ-likeness is a command. Before knowing Jesus, we are like an unmoldable rock. But when we come to know Jesus, he changes our very composition into a piece of clay, something that he can actually do something with us, and we can actually become like Christ. We see that Christ-likeness is commanded, and he molds us into his image. The second thing is that Christ-likeness is provided. It's provided. This command to become holy, to become like Christ, it seems completely overwhelming, and of our own accord, it is absolutely overwhelming. But we cannot work harder to just make this happen on our own. We do not become like Jesus based on our own hard work. Of course, we're supposed to work hard, but it doesn't happen because of our hard work. Rather, it is based on the work of Jesus Christ. It's provided through Jesus. And the last thing is that Christ-likeness is demonstrated. The ultimate demonstration of Christ-likeness, it's actually seen in our love among fellow believers, followers of Jesus. And that love is deep, it is sincere, and it is pure. So where do we even start? Where do we even start? I mean, this is such a high calling to become holy, to become like Christ. Well, if you don't know Jesus, you're like the rock, and you need to submit yourself to Jesus, and he will miraculously change your composition to a piece of clay, something that he can actually do something with, something that he can transform into his likeness. And if you do know Jesus, it's time for you to roll up your sleeves, to prepare yourself for the work that Jesus wants to do in you. You can check out the full message at connectbillings.com/watch.